MayUman. It's a little noisy. Baruch Hashem, reading this holy book. Accurate transcripts of Saba Israel. Finally. Can you hear me, Avi? I don't know how this works. This is my first time. Nanach. Saba says, from going from Tiberius to Haifa, costed a half of a lira. That was a lot of money in those days. No. So he looked at me like I was crazy. What do you think? I'm the bank? Saba was in the middle of a saying how he wanted to make a trip and he needed money. So he asked this fellow for a loan. He asked this fellow for a loan of a chatzi lira, a half of a lira, which was a lot of money then, to make the trip. So the guy says, what do you think, I'm the bank? I have a half a lira. Yeah. So I have a grush, means like a penny, nothing. Half a grush, one grush, two grush. But not a half a lira. What is this? No, I was very embarrassed. I said to him, if it's not possible for you, so don't give, leave me. No, he says, how do you have the impudence, such impudence, to ask for me a loan of a half a lira? So in the end, I didn't give him rest. And when every time he saw me, he said, what did you do? What? Why did you do this to me? I don't have any rest. He gave it to me. He gave me the half of lira. And I paid him back. Baruch Hashem. I paid him back, yes. Just to go from Tiberius to Haifa costed a half a lira, which was a lot of money. But from Haifa, you have to go to Jerusalem another time. Maybe that was even more than a half of a lira. So first I traveled from Tiberius to Haifa. A half of a lira I got from Rav Alter. Rav Alter gave him a half a lira so that he could go from Tiberius to Haifa. And Baruch Hashem, when I wanted to return home, I didn't have money. Why did I go to Jerusalem? Why did I travel to Jerusalem? For money? Saba traveled from Tiberius to Jerusalem to hook up with the Nanach there, the Breslovers. And it costed him more money than he had. He borrowed the money. Then he went there. He was stuck without money. He had to get more money. So I went into the synagogue of Karlin. They had a balcony there. And there was a dead person there. A dead person. A corpse. Yes. But I see that it's possible to speak to him. I said to him, why are you so depressed? What's this depression with you? Yes. So he said to me, go away from me. I'm waiting every second for my soul to depart. What do you want from me? So in any event, I said to him, tell me, what do you have? So he said to me, and what will be if I tell you? Do you have a screw? I'm missing a screw. I'm deaf. I don't hear, and I don't know, and I don't have parnasa. I don't have a livelihood, and I don't have anything. What could you do? I don't have any recourse, just suicide. But he was God-fearing, and he didn't want to do such a thing. Yes. I said to him, I have such a tzaddik that he could help you. So he said to me, go away from me, go away from me. I just want to die. What do you want? So in any event, I didn't leave him alone until he started to think, perhaps this is good. I took him and I brought him to my house. This was the money. This is the money that I brought from Jerusalem. I brought a guest, not just for one day. So just to recap for all the people that joined us now, Saba was explaining how he made this excursion from Tiberius to Jerusalem. First, he had to go to Haifa, which costed half a lira, which was a lot of money. And he had to borrow this money from this guy who first said it was impudent even to ask such a thing, to borrow the money. But in the end, it gave him no rest, and he gave Saba the loan, and Saba was able to go from Tiberius to Haifa. From there, he had to get more money from some guy to get from Haifa to Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, he was stuck without money. Everyone would have thought that he went to Jerusalem to make money. Why would a guy schlep from Tiberius to Jerusalem in those days? Was a very expensive and tedious journey. But he went for Shem Shemaim, and he was stuck there without money. So he went into the synagogue of Karlin to see maybe he could get money. Maybe someone would pitch in there. Originally, he was a Karlin Chassid. So he went into Karlin, and he saw a dead person there, a corpse. But he saw that he could speak to this corpse. And he asked the corpse, why are you so depressed? What is this? So the depressed person said, well, just go away, leave me. I am just waiting to die. Leave. But Saba didn't go away. So he said, what do I have if I tell you? How could you help me? I'm missing a screw. You have a missing screw for me. I can't hear. I don't know anything. I don't have a livelihood. I have nothing. I have no recourse. I have nothing can help me. Just death, God forbid. And I can't do that. I'm scared. Hashem said, no, you can't do such a thing. So Saba said to him, I have a tzaddik that can help you. He said, go away, no one can help me. But Saba didn't leave him until he figured maybe this tzaddik of Saba could help him. So Saba took him back home. Saba left his home penniless, had to borrow huge amounts of money to get to Jerusalem, to hook up with the Nanach, the Breslovers, to get close to Hashem. And instead of bringing home back money, he brought back a guest, not just for one day. Okay, that's where we're holding. Now, this man was a Litai, a Litvak. That means associated with the yeshiva system, learning Gemara. Yeah. And he started to dance with me. Because Saba brought him so much joy, this dead corpse. He brought him so much joy, he started dancing with Saba. And the whole Tiberius heard our dancing of my dead corpse and me. In any event, he was healed. He had a relative who had mercy on him and told him, sit in the store. If someone wants a kilogram of sugar, give him a kilogram of sugar. Good, fine. Someone walked into the store and wanted a kilogram of sugar. No, he went to bring him the sugar, but he forgot how much he wanted. He didn't remember. He didn't know. He forgot. He didn't know. Was it salt or was it sugar? And he's embarrassed to go back and ask what he wanted. In any event, he had no choice. So he went and he asked, "What is it that you wanted?" So they told him, "We want sugar." Yes, he went to bring this sugar. Until he brought this sugar, he forgot what they wanted. So he asked Saba, such a person, he has any hope? He has what? I have no recourse, just suicide. I'll do a mitzvah, I'll do a good deed and commit suicide. Leave me alone. Don't speak to me. I'm waiting, I'm anticipating when my soul will leave, when my soul will depart. And you want me to go to Tiberius? He came with me to Tiberius, and I brought, instead of bringing money from Jerusalem, I brought a guest. He needs to eat. He needs his medicine. Nope. He was in my house for a long time, and he had a complete recovery. A complete recovery. He became a wholesaler in Jerusalem, a dealer in Jerusalem, the biggest one in all of Jerusalem. His name was Baruch. The name of this corpse was Baruch. And he had a recovery, he had a healing. And he made a shidduch, and he got married, and he had children. His name was Baruch. I don't know if he's existed in this world or in the next world. Yes. Now I don't know where he is. So they asked Saba, did he become a Breslover? This guy Baruch. So Saba answers, yes. But this was a miracle. How did he listen to me? He asked me, what? What do you want from me? I just want to die. No, leave me. So I overcame him very much. And I didn't look at him. I didn't pay attention. And I said to him, I know a tzaddik that could heal you. And there will be something from you. And so it was. He became the biggest, the foremost dealer of elite. You heard of elite? This guy Bob, the corpse. That's his, elite. Yes. The factory of elite. Yes. He supported me, gave me money. This corpse. So they tell Saba, a corpse. He's a living corpse. So Saba says, this is impossible to tell over. He danced. He was a litvak. He was a litai. A litvak, you know, the guys in the yeshiva that are studying the Gemara. And he danced with me. He danced the song. You Rabbeinu, we will rejoice, and you Rabbeinu, we will be happy. And he danced until the ceiling. Until today, I recognize, I'm familiar with his children, yes, and his whole thing. He had an elder mother, very old. He had a mother, yes. And I went with him, and the mother needed certain things, what she needed. He was the foremost dealer in all of Jerusalem of elite. He's elite. The dealer said, I never saw in my whole life such loyal life, such a person. So the owner of elite said to him, this I need. I need such a person. So he became, so they say Saba, they feel him rich. Yes, he had big livelihood. He didn't touch even a penny, right? So who the people in elite, they saw that he's so trustworthy that even the penny he won't touch. So they said, this is good for me. The guy in elite said, this is for me. So he became the chief dealer of elite, the foremost dealer of Jerusalem. I'm not exaggerating. This is what was. He had a recovery. He had a wife. He had children. Yes. So it takes it to Saba. This is saving a soul. Saba continues, and he was my neighbor in Mea Sharim, near the institution of Torah V'yira. And when he saw me, he was happy and he laughed. You never heard from such a corpse. He didn't want to listen. He was such and such. Go away from me. What? You could help me. It's impossible. Do you have screws? He told Saba, I'm missing a screw. Do you have screws? Do you have a... How could you help me? Go away. I told him, I don't have screws. But there's such a tzaddik that he can give you a recovery. He can heal you completely. And he said, I said this with all my heart. And he heard this. And he was like, I want to die. I just want to die. But he accepted what I was saying. He began to accept this. And he began to dance. So he's already... His name was Baruch. He told Aaron Potts was a good friend of ours who was just passed away a few years ago. He told Aaron Potts and to everyone on Rosh Hashanah in Jerusalem, when the doors to Russia were still closed, so the Breslov got together in Jerusalem. So he told them, he came to be with the Breslovers, and he told them what I did with him. It was miracles how he came with me to Tiberius. And my wife told me, what happened? We don't have bread to give the children. How will we give him what to eat? Saba brought this guy home. He brought him home. There wasn't even food for the kids. He brought a guest for them to feed. No. And he was by me for a long time, and he ate and drank, and he had a recovery. Such recovery, as if he's the only one in the generation. This is his name, Baruch. And he would tell over them the whole story of the corpse. I thought there's nothing to talk about. Because he said to me, go away from me, leave. He didn't want to hear. What is this? He was a Litvak. But I didn't leave him alone. And I spoke with him, and he began to understand this, that he has no recovery. So I brought him to Tiberius, and in Tiberia he received the healing. He was renowned in Tiberia. Baruch, this Baruch. It was a small town. When Saba would go to Jerusalem, everyone was talking. How did Saba go to Jerusalem? He's doesn't have food for his kids. How did he go to Jerusalem? It costs a lot of money. What's he going for? To hang out with the Breslovers. And now he brings back this guy Baruch. Baruch became very famous. He was my neighbor later on when Saba was living in Jerusalem. He was my neighbor by Torah V'yira, the institution of Torah V'yira, opposite Torah V'yira. He was a Litva. When he saw me, he would laugh. He would laugh at what happened. How could such a thing happen? I'm not exaggerating. This is what was. I went to the balcony. The Saba went in. He was stuck in Jerusalem without money to go back. So he went into this Karlin-based synagogue, and he saw on the balcony a corpse. I was terrified. I was confounded. I started to speak to this corpse, this dead person. What? What is this with you? What? What's going on here? So he said to me, don't speak to me. You can't help me. Go away from here. Go away from me. I'm waiting every second for my soul to depart. What do you want from me? Leave. Go. But I didn't leave him. And I took him with me to Tiberius. And he entered Tiberius. His name was Baruch. And the whole Tiberius already knew that I brought a guest, Baruch. Now I don't know if he's living. I don't know where he lives, but he had a healing. Yes, he didn't touch even a portion of a penny. Nothing. No, nothing. He was so trustworthy, so honest. So elite, the company, they said, I need such a person. And he became the chief dealer of all of Jerusalem. So they asked Saba, did this Baruch recognize, did he know Rabbi Nachman? So Saba answers, no, I told him of him, that he should believe that it's possible for him to have a healing. I didn't promise him. I said to him, perhaps. Yes. And he accepted my words, and he was mishtasheh, he enjoyed them, and he became, he saw all my honor, Saba was the laughing stock of Tiberius. He saw all my honor that I had in Tiberius. But he was all his life, he was completely, he said the Likutei Tefillot, a lot of the Likutei Tefillot, the prayers of Rabbi Nachman, a Litvak. And he believed in the Rabbanim and the Litvak rabbis. Yes. You understand what's going on? This was a Litvak that was dead. He was so depressed because he was missing screws in his head. He was missing screws. And Saba saw him by chance, by Ashkacha. Saba saw him lying there dead. He looked like a corpse. And he was a Litvak. And he believed in the Litvak rabbis. And he was dead. And Saba brought him to Tiberius. And he danced with Saba to the ceiling in Tiberius. And then he became the foremost dealer in all of Jerusalem. Oy. This is good that I'm telling you this. That at least it should remain in the world. I don't know if he's living. If this corpse is living, he got married. He did a good shidduch, a good match, and he had children, and he had a good livelihood. The foremost dealer in Jerusalem. When I came to Jerusalem and he saw me, as there was a great mirth between us. I brought in Tiberius a corpse, and now he's living like this in Tiberius. He was a Litvak. And I danced with him in my house. This was an awesome story. I didn't believe he would be willing to listen to me. He said, go, leave. I want to die. What do you want from me? I'm waiting. I'm looking every second for my soul to depart. Leave. Go away from me. It's such a story. So the dealer of Elite, the Balabais, the guy that owned Elite, he saw, he said, such a trustworthy person I never saw in my life. So he said, I need such a person. And he took him. I brought the whole Tiberias. They were frightened from this corpse. that I brought from Tiberius. This corpse, he had a complete healing. How did such a thing happen? He asked me, do you have screws? He said, I'm missing screws. You can help me, you have screws. The tzaddik has everything. So he heard, so he came. He came with me to Tiberius, and we danced both of us on Shabbos Kodesh, on the Holy Sabbath. The whole night we danced and we rejoiced. And in Tiberius, there was a joyous Shabbos. And he was so devoted. The words that I spoke with him, they entered his heart and they did things. Yes. Yeah, there is. I just remember that his name was Baruch. And someone came and said to him, give me bread, I need bread. So this guy came and asked him, he said, give me some bread, I need bread. So he went and he brought him herring. What is this? I want bread, not herring. Yes, bread, good. He went and he brought him sugar. He forgot. He didn't know what to give him. He was missing screws in his head. By the time he went to the back of the store to get the guy, he forgot totally what. He told Saba, how could you help me? I'm missing screws. You have screws? I'm just waiting to die. Who could help me? I recognized him. I knew him and his wife and his children. So they asked Saba, what happened to his family? Saba answers, Oi, I don't remember. I just know Baruch. The Gambo here. That's what Isaac said after Jacob got the blessing. Wasn't meant to get the blessing. He said, also he will be blessed. Baruch. The name of this corpse, his name was Baruch. I told him, Saba saw this corpse in Karlin. He said to him, why are you so depressed? He said to me, what? Go away from me. I'm waiting every second to die. What do you want from me? Go. Until I managed to bring him with me to Tiberius. All of Tiberius will see this corpse that I brought. And he was mamish. He was like a corpse without any differentiation. And he was a mighty warrior for Rabbeinu. He didn't listen to all the antagonists, all the misnagdim of Tiberias. Yes. So all Tiberias knew that I brought another Breslover Chassid. And so it was. There was me and Rabbi Israel, and now I brought another one. He was with me for a long time. Yes. Every day he waited. He anticipated, when will the angel of death come? He doesn't want any more. And I told him, I know a tzaddik that has a cure for you. Yes. And he accepted this. And it became something from him. This corpse, until I brought him to Tiberias, don't ask. It's a long way from Jerusalem to Tiberias. Don't ask. He wanted to die. And I don't recognize him. And he became like the Tam, the simpleton in the stories of Rabbi Nachman. He became on top of the situation. He asked without leitanus, without mockery. That's how it was. Saba said he has a cure for him. He'll help him. Tell him about Rabbeinu. He said, but without mockery. Common the story of the poor mice in ancient times, the simpleton. He accepted this, yes, and he became the biggest dealer in Jerusalem of the elite. He became the minister. The town became the minister of elite. The guy in Elite said, I need someone like this. Such honesty. Yes, it was him. And he was a Litvak. I gave him each time a different book to learn. I gave him, yes, I gave him the Kutei Tfilos, the collected prayers of Rabbi Nachman. I said to him that he should sit and learn this with all his heart. Yes. So he did this. Yes. And he became a tzaddik through the Likutei Tfilos. He became righteous. He said a lot of Likutei Tfilos. What? Likutei Tfilos? It makes tzaddikim, makes righteous people, Likutei Tfilos. The world doesn't know and they don't want to know. What? Likutei Tfilos? A collection of prayers. But what about the Gemara? What about the Talmud? But the Likutei Tfilos makes tzaddikim. So this corpse, this was such a story. The story of the corpse, of Baruch the corpse. This is chapter, we're almost finished, one more paragraph. This is the story, chapter 8 in this holy book, is the story of Baruch the corpse. He had a mother, a very old mother, and he supported her. This is his mother. What? He gave her expenses that she needed, that she wanted. Yes. And he implored me, entreated me, leave me be, leave me alone. What do you want from me? I'm waiting anxiously when my soul will depart. And you're not letting me. You're not letting it. I told him, I know a tzaddik, a holy tzaddik, such as this, that he could cure you. I said this with all my heart, and it entered his heart. Yes. And that concludes chapter 8 of this holy book, Chapter Saba, the words of Saba. Thank you all for tuning in, and may we all say a lot of the Likutei Tfilos and sing a lot of Nanach, Nachma, MayUman. And just to wrap it up, Nanach, Nachma, MayUman. Nanach, everyone sing along. Nanach, Nachma, MayUman. Nanach, Nachma, MayUman. Nanach.